Transportation and transportation funding are definitely economic. It is an economic development issue. It's also an issue of safety. There are about 43 deficient bridges just within House District 8 right now. And if you can multiply that throughout the state of Colorado, we have a serious issue. And I think that a statement was made earlier that, you know, all we have to do until the next session is kind of hold our breath and hope that nothing collapses like we've seen in Minnesota and other places in the country. So this is a serious issue for our economy. It's a serious issue, obviously, for our safety. I would invite you to think of three things as we go through this. And number one would be multimodal transportation. I think we have to repair what we have now as far as lanes and bridges. I would be hesitant to vote for any new lanes added, any new highways, except where CDOT studies already show that, for example, up and down the I-70 corridor and I-25, where we can widen the shoulder and do this or that, it is essential. We also have to consider the air pollution that's happening when cars are idling on I-70 and other places in our transportation system. The second thing I would insist on when I voted on any transportation bills, especially for funding, is that it would be sustainable. And by that I mean environmentally and economically. And thirdly, I would look toward new technology, not only monorails and other systems that are working well in Asia and in Europe, but also how we tax people. You know, the Blue Ribbon Commission recommended one of the ways that we get more revenue for transportation is to raise everybody's registration fee $100. Which might sound tempting, but I think about elderly people, for example, or handicapped people, or people who just don't drive very often. And if they drive their car 5,000 miles a year, why should they pay $100? I think Beth said it well, that the reason we have registration fees and the reason we pay excise taxes on our gasolines and other automobile products is because that's what consumes the road. That's what wears it out. In Oregon right now, in Asia, in Europe, they have technology that's GPS-based. It's called VMT. And as you put gasoline into your car, it measures and charges to your driver's license and therefore your address. It charges you according to how far you drive. And so I think that kind of technology, as well as the monorail system, the high-speed air trains and so on, are what we need to be looking at. In the meantime, we need to fix what we have. We need to look to the future for sustainability and technology, and that would be my measure, I guess, or my litmus test as to how I voted on transportation bills, especially funding. And so visitors' fees, I am for funding. The sales tax would have to go through an initiative, of course, and I would like to see the technology measure it against people that way. I think hot lanes are something that we can look at. In most areas of public policy, I'm for incentives before I'm for regulations. So if we can get people induced to take a faster lane by maybe paying a fee, and there's technology now, of course, that can use a barcode to charge your toll so you don't have to stop and slow down traffic. Those are some ways that I would look at to increase funding.